Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Death Battle. Tonight, well, we got some mechanized mayhem coming up. We got the Dragonzord for Power Rangers taking on MechaGodzilla. Yeah, a mechanized dragon, well, Dragonzord, you know what I mean. Zord versus MechaGodzilla. This is going to be interesting, though I think for most of us, we could see a stomp happening. Which side? I ain't going to tell. How about we just hop in and have some fun, huh? Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. Sorry, this.
Whether they are benevolent deities or harbingers of doom, dragons are freaking awesome.
Hell
Amen.
yeah, especially the robot
Dragons!
like the Dragonzord, piloted by the Green Power Ranger.
And Kiru, the dangerous and mysterious MechaGodzilla.
Godzilla.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Death battle. Shall we? First up.
After being stuck in a
Power
garbage
Rangers.
can for 10,000 years, the
Yeah, that's
evil
what they
Rita
call it.
Repulsa was understandably
It's time
pretty
to
pissed.
conquer
So
Earth.
she decided to
Sorry,
destroy
Seth.
the world. Hey, I'd be mad too, but that's a hell of a hot take.
And so Earth's guardian, Zordon, put a plan into motion. 5 heroic teenagers would defend the planet with their Dinozords. They were the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
You'd think a bunch of kids in spandex would have a tough time fighting an ancient witch, but they got used to taking out her weekly monsters pretty quick. Like a normal 9 to 5, just with giant robots.
But Rita
Fun.
had a plan. If her creatures could not defeat the heroes, she would create her own ranger.
The Green
Green
Ranger,
Ranger,
along
Tommy
with his
Oliver.
robo-reptile,
Rest
the
in peace, Tommy.
Dragonzord.
Yep.
At 90 meters tall and nearly 200 tons, the Dragonzord proved a
Yeesh.
match for the other Rangers, even their Megazord.
Dragonzord's got a heavy-duty arsenal, like finger missiles. It's like flicking the gunk from under your nails at people, but it explodes.
Ew.
Why do you have gunk under your fingers?
Do you want to know?
Flick at people. Duh. That fin isn't just a cool headpiece, it shoots energy waves. And if
Damn.
D-Zord feels like stomping around, watch out for literally shocking earthquakes.
Despite such
So,
long-range
earthquakes,
weaponry, the
energy
Dragonzord
blades,
seems best suited
guns.
to fighting up close with its strong grappling arms and highly flexible drill tail. This drill is so impressive, it cut through a cocoon prison even the supposedly superior Megazord couldn't escape.
Yeah, that
Damn.
thing's 5 Zords in one. Guess teamwork doesn't always make the dream work.
The Dragonzord's pilot
I think it's more like, it's always important to have some friends out to help you out. Plus, I think it was just impossible to cut from the inside. Right? I don't know, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen Power Rangers, so I don't know for sure. Anyway.
has even bested the other Rangers in combat on his own. Luckily, they helped him break free from Rita's control, and he eagerly joined their fight against the forces of evil. This is Tommy Oliver.
Tommy wasn't just some rando off the street. This guy is an expert martial artist and super dedicated to ranger work. So much so, he kept wearing the tights for years and even mentored other teams. He summons and controls the Dragonzord with the Dragon Dagger by playing it like a flute. Wait, are all
No, not that, not.
flutes?
They've never
No, don't do
not
that.
been
Don't do that.
flutes.
Oh my god.
Don't do that. Don't
really?
do that.
Wait a minute, why didn't this come up in poultry science class?
Chickens don't like music?
How stupid do you think I am?
Barry?
Kids love music.
Ow.
God, this is what they mean by a sharp note.
As the Green
You're the one that
Ranger,
did it.
Tommy draws power from a universe-spanning energy called the Morphin Grid.
His grid
Yep.
connection powers the Dragonzord too. He's a superhero and a battery.
Though like most other Zords, enough damage can disrupt the Dragonzord's connection to the Morphin Grid and take it down for good.
But good luck trying. The Dragonzord is super strong. It made short work of Rita's monsters and even beat the Megazord, which has an average power output of 50,000 megavolts. That's
Yeah,
the same
kill 'em.
kind of power as a nuclear warhead.
The Megazord was strong enough to punch a 10,000-ton monster about 40 meters off the ground. A punch worth 90 million newtons of force.
Yeah,
The
90.
Big D can even fly past escape velocity and reach the moon. That's over 30 times the speed of sound.
Yeah.
The Dragonzord is also
Mach 30.
extremely durable, possibly more so than any other individual Zord of its generation. The Megazord once
Keyword,
threw it
its
into this
generation.
mountain
There's tougher
would
Zords,
shatter.
so.
By comparing the known size of Dragonzord's foot to said mountain and applying the energy necessary for violent fragmentation against rock, we determined the destructive force to be worth more than 350 tons of TNT.
Damn!
Shit.
The big dragon held its own against the upgraded Thunder Megazord, and even one-shot the White Tiger Zord, which was supposed to be its better in every way.
While it's unlikely the Dragonzord could actually defeat the Thunder Megazord on its own, it certainly stands a chance with its ultimate form.
That's right, it's got a
Oh, yeah,
semi-Megazord mode of its own. While each Power Ranger has their own Zord, there's been a few times when a Ranger has called on other Zords, not to pilot directly, just to combine with theirs.
And so, Tommy can summon the Mastodon, Triceratops, and Saber-Tooth Tiger Zords to form Dragonzord
pterodactyl?
Fighting Mode. Or Battle Mode. Or
Yeah,
Dragon
Battle Mode.
Megazord. He never really settled on a name.
Well, it's
Let's just stick
mighty
with Dragon Mode
powerful
and
and
Battle
turns
Mode.
its tail into a drill spear that kills basically everything in one shot. Seriously, it never lost a battle against anything Rita threw at it. So, why don't they always use that?
And Rita's magic is devastating enough to obliterate an entire floating island.
Sadly, Tommy would lose his control of the Dragonzord when he lost his powers to his one weakness. A magic candle! Oh no! Look out for slowly dripping wax!
But
No, like he
powers
stole
or
his
no
powers.
powers, Tommy kept fighting the good fight, eventually regaining his original Morphin abilities with the Master Morpher. Perhaps one day, the Dragonzord will rise again. Dragonzord!
I mean, true, but I think that one got demolished. I haven't seen much of the Dragonzord or the other original Zords, usually get destroyed. Sorry. Oof. I'm gonna stop before I ruin anyone else's childhood dreams, okay? Anyway, so there's the Dragonzord. So let's check on the mech that could take on God freaking Zilla. Here comes MechaGodzilla.
The year was 1954, less than a decade after Japan was bombarded with the first atomic weapons. The nuclear age had begun.
But one of these atomic weapons woke something up. Godzilla!
Godzilla!
This
Godzilla!
ginormous radioactive
Sorry,
kaiju
goodness.
decimated Japan. Things looked pretty bad until a scientist deployed a bomb strong enough to kill the monster. The Oxygen Destroyer, which does exactly what it says on the tin.
Right. Dr. Serizawa's bomb could specifically target and destroy oxygen molecules, liquefying most living tissue. This weapon was so dangerous, Serizawa feared its very existence threatened the entire human race.
So he went down martyr style, taking out Godzilla and all knowledge of his weird bomb. All that remained was Godzilla's bones.
Probably for the best. Still, a weapon like that might have come in handy when a few decades later, another
back.
Godzilla showed up.
Surprise, bitches! Brrr.
Turns out,
Pretty
Japan
much.
had been the target of many different types of kaiju for years, and had developed an anti-monster defense force to combat them.
Unfortunately, their super powerful maser cannons barely even scratched this new Godzilla. Just look at him. Didn't even care.
Like the Oxygen
you're
Destroyer
gonna need some
before,
help.
Japan needed a new weapon to combat Godzilla. They gathered their foremost experts in the fields of robotics, microwaves, low-temperature
Microwaves?
physics, and someone whose work can only be described as cyber-necromancy. Together,
Cyber what?
these leading
Oh.
scientists developed a revolutionary
Here
weapon
it is.
Like
like nothing before it.
MechaGodzilla!
Sure, technically this isn't the first MechaGodzilla we've seen, but it's certainly the deadliest and the most unique. So much so, it was given its own distinct name. Kiryu,
Kiryu.
a combination of kanji meaning machine and dragon.
Hear you? Sounds lame. I'll stick with MechaGodzilla, thank you. Standing
Fair enough.
60 meters tall and
DNA
weighing
computers?
40,000
That's a
tons
thing?
with full gear, this badass cyber monster is
flowers
loaded
full.
with all sorts of weapons. Rocket launchers, rail cannons, grappling wires, spinning drill hands, a battering ram jetpack, and even retractable Assassin's Creed blades with an extra zap. And just like Zilla himself, Mecha G fires laser beams from his mouth. This twin maser cannon is twice as powerful as the maser guns that successfully killed other non-Godzilla giant monsters.
Kiryu is certainly skilled in melee combat and is surprisingly athletic for its size.
Look at it go!
Damn.
However, with its enormous
This thing's
arsenal, it is
strong.
far better suited to long-range strikes. like with its ultimate weapon, the Absolute Zero Cannon.
Damn! So it's like a super ice beam?
As the name suggests, it unequivocally brings its target's temperature to absolute zero, or 0 Kelvin. But this beam isn't just freezing its target, it's literally destroying all of its existing energy at once. A practically impossible feat of physics. This results in crushing the entire target from within at an atomic level.
Oh my god, Zilla!
Damn. Okay, I gotta admit, like, the fact that you're basically freeze crushing it, like, at the molecular or atomic level. What the hell? Jeez. I mean, kind of glad it's kind of on our side. Keyword kind of. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Though, if you remember what we saw at the beginning, it only has 2 hours to work. I'm guessing that Absolute Zero Cannon's a kind of a one-shotter. AKA, you survive it? Well, Kitty is done. You'll see. Anyway.
Speaking of which, Kiryu is actually built around the skeletal remains of the original Godzilla, giving him all the size and strength of the king of the monsters.
So
where did they even find that?
Pulling off a robotic weekend at Bernie's with old man Godzilla's bones? Amazing.
Kiryu also
like
utilizes
that,
biochemical and molecular-based DNA computers, which are actually based on real-life experimental technology. This infused Godzilla's own DNA to improve operation speeds and give Kiryu subconscious motor control, sort of a simple AI, which lets it perform some limited actions on its own, exactly like my own Cyber Goose. With the skeleton of a goose and some extra parts I had lying around, I say he's a masterpiece of modern science.
Well, he's got 2 heads now, so do we call him a goose or a geese?
It's a goose. Just one goose.
But 2 heads make 2 goose, therefore a geese.
It's a goose!
Oh yeah,
you're paying for the bill.
Much better.
Kiryu is piloted by Lieutenant Akane Yashiro, a longtime member of the Anti-Megalosaurus Force, and your standard self-loathing anime protagonist.
She thinks she's worthless because she has no parents and accidentally got some of her friends killed. So now nobody really likes her, which is, real bummer.
Dickhead.
But hey, cheer up, lady! You get to fight giant lizards with a big-ass killer robot, and that's freaking awesome!
Akane doesn't technically pilot from within Kiryu, but rather from a nearby jet plane, the AC-3 White Heron, which can fly over 900 kilometers per hour. Under Akane's control, Kiryu has battled Godzilla several times, and always came out on top.
But plot twist, Akane isn't MechaGodzilla's only pilot. It turns out there's someone else behind the controls, a ghost in the machine. It's the spirit of the original Godzilla! Surprise again, bitches! It's Ghost Robot!
The DNA mind of Godzilla can wrestle the mech from Akane at any point, causing her to lose complete control.
Giving the king another chance to trash Japan again! Always fun to relive the good old days.
Though it is strongly implied Akane and Kiryu came to an understanding of sorts, realizing that they were each shadows of a tragic past struggling to find purpose in life.
Like college roommates.
Regardless of who is steering the ship, Kiryu is an extremely tough machine.
He's lifted and thrown Godzilla around like a sack of potatoes, and this version of the Big G weighed 25,000 tons.
Yeah,
Kiryu actually survived being at the epicenter of its own Absolute Zero blast, and multiple direct hits from Godzilla's atomic breath attack.
Which is even strong enough to overpower the Absolute Zero.
Kiryu is even fast enough to dodge the atomic breath, which, based on this instance where an older MechaGodzilla forced the beam into space, likely travels faster than Mach 2 speeds. Kiryu itself could also fly from Alaska to the middle of Russia while carrying another kaiju in just a few minutes.
And Space Godzilla.
Given how quickly Kiryu's fuel burns in flight, in order to make it, Kiryu was likely flying around Mach 40.
But that's sadly the Mecha Monster's biggest flaw. Its battery life is worse than the goddamn Nintendo Switch.
While the White Herons can use microwave tech to recharge Kiryu on the fly, a full charge only runs for about 2 hours at most. And using more intensive features like jet flight and the Absolute Zero Cannon drains it much, much faster. In fact, just one use of the Absolute Zero drains 40%.
But who cares? When he's so badass, he can tear you apart in just a few minutes. With all this power at his metal fingertips, this is one epic machine. No man or beast stands a chance against the might of MechaGodzilla.
Kiryu, お前にはわかるよね。さあ、そろそろ行こうか。
I mean, you gotta be tough to be able to hang toe-to-toe with freaking Godzilla. Like, even if you were, like, a previous Godzilla, too, you know? Man, those scientists really had a good boom out of this one, huh? So I think it really helped that, you know, they had the skeleton. If not, well, yeah. I think I'm just gonna stop there. So, let's see which of these MechaGodzilla or Mecha Dragons win. Will it be Dragonzord or MechaGodzilla? Let's find out. Death battle time. And time to start. There's the Dragonzord. Oh wow, we're just heading straight for a fight. Whew. Wasting no time. Whew. Oh! Kitty hit hard.
Ha! Nice work, Dragonzord. Let's crush this tin can.
Gonna have to do better than that, man. Whoa! Yeah, about that. It's like shove it. Yeah. Dragonzord, you good? Heads up. Oh, here comes the battering ram. Ooh. I mean, not really good. Oh, you're going for absolute zero immediately.
Oh no, you don't.
Gently. Whoops. Ooh, denied. Whoop. Ooh. Heads up. I probably would have ejected at this point. Oh, and Kitty is up. Good boy. Godzilla's awakened the machine now. Damn. Dragonzord's having a tough time now. Good boy. Now he's probably not having fun riding there.
This isn't working. We need more power.
Here we go. Here's the backup.
Come together.
No, okay.
Buddy mode, powered up and ready for action. Let's finish this.
Here we go. Tommy's going for a final blow. Oh. Too slow. Oh! Dang. Oh! Oh, going for the final thrust. Oh. Huh?
Keep going. We've got this.
You sure about that? You might want to eject there, Tommy.
Pull back, pull back.
Let go! Oh, jeez. Oh. And he's done. Oof. Remember, subatomic crushing. And Tommy got turned to dust. KO!
Oh man, talk about a close one.
Finding the
Yeah,
victor
no
here
kidding.
wasn't
If he
easy.
aimed up
Both
more, I
have
think
performed
he would've
amazing
won.
feats of strength and durability, and both wielded massive arsenals of unbelievable devastation.
Akane definitely proved herself fighting Godzilla a few times, though Tommy did have way more experience piloting mechs and fighting monsters for years and years. Plus, he's a freaking superhero.
But while skill and experience are incredibly important, it doesn't always triumph over raw power.
That's what she
True.
said. I hope.
Compared to Kiru,
Stop.
the Dragonzord was rather lightweight, with far less impressive feats of strength.
True, we're
Yeah,
talking
well,
200
Dragonzord
with
could match
like
the Megazord.
thousands.
Who could
so,
lift
ouch.
a 10,000-ton monster? MechaGodzilla tossed around a
See?
25,000-ton Godzilla, more than double the weight. Mecha G certainly had the advantage up close.
And also from a distance. Kiru's
yeah.
arsenal was overall
Kiru's
better
more
suited to
long-range.
long-range combat thanks to a wider assortment of missile and beam weapons. Simply
Mm-hmm.
put, Kiru possessed more options for controlling and ending this fight.
Like how they both had instant kill moves, but only one of those depended on getting right up close. Plus, while Fighting Mode's max power wasn't too clear, it could compete with the Thunder Megazord and Rita herself.
Remember how Rita blew up an island?
yeah, the old
Easily
island.
one of the most impressive destruction feats in the Rangers' early years. Based on this image, we can measure the exact scale of the island.
To blow that shit up, you'd need a blast of at least 2.6 gigatons of TNT. So Dragonzord's Ultra Drill Stab was likely in the same ballpark in terms of power
Give it
output.
at most
However,
23.
this pales in comparison to the Absolute Zero cannon. Here, it's destroying the real-life Prince Hotel New Tower and several surrounding buildings. Using
think
the
about
known
3 there.
scale of these structures, the energy output to destroy them must equal 128 teratons of
Teratons.
TNT.
Yeah, that's
over
way more than
49,000
gigatons.
times more powerful. And don't
Yeah,
forget,
see?
Mega G once survived being in the middle of this blast. There was
Yeah.
no way Dragonzord could put down this tough son of a Zilla.
Dragonzord's arsenal
Yeah.
and Tommy's
I think
skills
they had to get
certainly
lucky
made
with
this
the
an
shot,
intense
but
match,
nope.
but they were clearly outclassed by Kiru's awesome power and unwavering durability.
I'm just
Amen.
glad they didn't let the fight drag on.
The winner,
The winner
is Kiru.
is Mecha
MechaGodzilla!
Zilla! Yeah, unfortunately for the Dragonzord, this could not compete with Godzilla, or in this case, MechaGodzilla. I mean, sheesh. Like, I don't know if regular Godzilla could actually, I'm pretty sure regular Godzilla would have been able to handle any Zord. So, yeah. Sorry, Tommy. Your Zord lost. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe for more. See ya.